I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's collective tarot love reading. We're going to jump straight in there. Woo. Pull a crowning card. Then we'll pull additional cards here, collective. Alright, deep dive and let's see what's going on with both you and your person. So you're coming in with the moon card. Alright, let's go. Let's see here, collective. Okay, let's see. Okay. Alright, so you have the Strength card. You also have the Ace of Pentacles here. You have the Five of Swords. You're coming in with the High Priestess. You're also coming in with Judgment here, collective. You have the Queen of Wands. You also have the Nine of Cups. You have the Four of Pentacles here. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, and you have the Sun card. Here you're coming in with the Emperor. Alright, collective. One minute. Okay. Alright. Well, you have the Sun and the Moon here in your reading. And the Moon is the feminine. Alright. And the Sun is the masculine here in your reading. Counterparts. Those can be seen as counterparts here. Okay, so it talks about emotions here, collective. The emotions that you have for each other here in your reading. See, coming in with the High Priestess, and you're also coming in with the Queen of Wands. And so what it's talking about there, collective, is it talks about here is that you're working on your money here. Working your ass off anyway. This is what it's talking about here. Very attractive are you here in your reading. So what it can be talking about here also with the Moon card coming in. Okay, let me keep going here, because this Moon card here, collective. Well, what it talks about there, it's talking about hidden emotions here, collective, is what I'm picking up on. The emotions that you have for your person here, and the emotions that they have for you here in your reading. Okay. And these emotions here, collective, talk about here. They bring in a tower moment here. I was getting a dark night of the soul, but this dark night of the soul, it's almost like it's a push here, collective. I was going to say an intuitive nudge here, but it's a little bit deeper than that when you're coming in with the Moon card. where these emotions in terms of this wake-up call create a shift here. And it's like it's the shift makes you work harder. This is what I'm getting. Well, coming in with your pentacles here on the board. What it also talks about here in your reading is the links that you have gone through in order to come in with the Nine of Cups here. See, what the Moon card is saying here, collective, is that you don't know that your person sees you as the Nine of Cups. However, they don't know that you see them as the Nine of Cups here in your reading. But what's more interesting here, collective, is you both don't see yourselves as the Nine of Cups here in your reading. It's not something you're boastful about. See, with the Moon card here, collective, what it's talking about here in your reading is what you had to do in order to have a new beginning, in order to come in as the Ace of Pentacles here, okay, was to actually work on your own negative emotions. Now, coming in with the Emperor guy here, what it talks about there in your reading is that your person didn't know either here. See, more importantly here, there is so much I could say about the Moon card. What it talks about there in your reading is that with this Moon card is that other people see you this way too, collective. They actually see you as the Nine of Cups here in your reading. So it's not just your person here, because you are coming in with the Ace of Pentacles here. See, in terms of this Judgment card, this wake-up call, this intuitive nudge, okay, yes, I get it now. It's actually coming in as your person because they're still in a past cycle. That's what it's saying. They're still in a past way of doing things, collective. There's a cycle in which your person is in, and they're still in that cycle here. Yeah, of course, it could be negative patterns and habits, but I will dive deeper here in your reading. See, because the Moon card also talks about being triggered here, collective. That's what I'm getting. And your person at this point in time is being triggered by you. See, for your person, what it also talks about here, collective, I want to touch on this Moon card properly here, collective. For your person, what it also talks about here is no longer deceiving themselves here in your reading. Yeah, of course, they may have judged you. They may have blamed you here, collective. They may have also been resentful and reacted here, collective. But what it's talking about here, that's why your person is still in that same cycle here, collective. Because they haven't made those changes to come out of it yet here in your reading. Whereas for yourself here, collective, you've already gone through what your person is going through here. For you to come in the way that you are here in your reading. You have held back from your person. You have held back from speaking your truth to your person. This is what it's also talking about here. See, well, the way in which your pentacles are coming in here, collective, is that you are building your own, you're building some kind of legacy here in your reading. And with the Four of Pentacles, what it talks about there in your reading, collective, is that you're not wasteful here. You're not wasteful in terms of your money. That's what I'm getting. Of course, you're building here, collective. You're building something for yourself in front of your eyeballs here when you're coming in with your pentacles here, collective. And this is something that you build for yourself here in your reading. Okay, let me keep going here, collective. The Moon card is so big in your reading here. It is such a standout card. All right, now you're coming in with the Strength card here, collective. And so once again, yes, here it talks about for your person. It's got to do with your person, the Strength card here. It talks about their understanding here, collective. Yeah. See, what it talks about there is that they know you're quite a confident person here. No, they may think you're cocky here in your reading. A bit of a show-off here, collective. But that was your person's perception in the past. That's what I'm getting. But when it came to that way of thinking and judging people here, collective, that was the cycle your person has always been in here. And the truth to your person is that they were in their ego here in your reading. So they saw things a certain way here, collective. And for your person to truly understand what inner strength is all about, this is what strength is saying, then for them to come out of this past cycle that they're still in terms of the Wheel of Fortune. And so what that cycle is talking about here, collective, is that your person, well, it talks about listening to other people here, coming in with the Five of Swords. Your person gains their confidence by listening and looking for advice and support outside of themselves here, collective, and so your person follows through with it, and that's how your person gains inner confidence or self-esteem here, collective. They can't actually find it within themselves at this time. This is what your reading's saying. This is why they're going through this huge wake-up call. This is quite big here for both you and your person, because what it talks about here in your reading is that you're doing your thing and your person is doing what they have to do over there. This is what it's saying. You both are doing things separately here. You both got your own things going on. This is what it talks about here in your reading. Okay, let me keep going here. It talks about surrendering the ego here for your person, but what it also talks about here, collective, the truth for your person inner strength is what I'm getting. See, you have inner strength. This is what it's talking about. Because you had to overcome obstacles and challenges here, the moon card. But what the moon card is telling your person here is they have no idea what you had to actually go through, face and confront here, collective, here in your reading. Now you're coming in with the Ace of Pentacles, and so what the Ace of Pentacles is talking about here, well, for yourself here, collective, was change, first gaining knowledge and understanding about oneself. Here in your reading, to bring about changes in your life here. Because the moon card was actually it had a huge impact on you, collective, when you had to face your own negatives here in your reading. Now, what the Ace of Pentacles is also talking about here in your reading, collective, is that the links. It talks about what you had to go through in order to get to the Ace of Pentacles here, collective. The obstacles and challenges, conflict and defeat that you went through, a lot of judgment. You went through judgment here, okay, collective. But this gave you, by facing that, by overcoming your fear here, collective, you gained your strength here. You gained that inner strength. And from your inner strength, you gained confidence here, collective. This is what it talks about. And from that confidence, you were able to gain courage here. This is what it's saying. From your emotions here, collective. Now, you're coming in with the Five of Swords here, collective. I do say the Five of Swords pertains to your person. And what it talks about here in terms of the Five of Swords is your person has to listen to themselves. They have to follow here, collective, one's knowing, their own knowing here. But in order to do that here, collective, your person has to remove blockages and barriers first and foremost, so that they can make that conscious effort here, collective, and come in correct. And like I said, wisdom for your person here was to look outside of themselves for advice here. And I'm not saying that it wasn't the right thing to do here, collective, but what it talks about here is that when your person follows, when they follow it, that's why they stay in the cycle. Now you're coming in with the High Priestess here, collective, and so what it talks about here in your reading is that you have to be disciplined here. You have to follow properly. There are certain steps that you have to take. Even though you're coming in with the Ace of Pentacles here, collective, you can't waver. That's what it's saying. This is why you're coming in with the Four of Pentacles here. Now that you're at the Ace of Pentacles here, collective, what it talks about there is that is not the end point. That is only the beginning. Yeah. Restraint here, you're limited here in your reading. It's got to do with what you do here, collective. It has to be done correct. This is what it talks about here. Alright, especially coming in with the High Priestess here, collective. It talks about here in your reading the control, releasing the control here, but not having the control, collective. Control and authority here. Even though you're coming in as the High Priestess, and even though you're coming in as the Ace of Pentacles here, collective, you've got to remind yourself here, or remember, you're just like everybody else. Here. That's how this is coming in. Okay, now you're coming in with judgment here, collective. And so what this is talking about here in your reading is that, you know, that intuitive nudge here for your person. Okay, and because I spoke about this ego that your person surrender the ego and the way in which they saw you in the past, this wake-up call is bringing in a terrible moment for your person. This is what it's talking about here in your reading. And what is also bringing in a terrible moment for your person is, this could have to do with relationships here for your person. But what it also talks about here, collective, is that, you know, you have choices. You've got choices here, collective. Your person's always had choices. They've always had options, even your reading. And the way in which your cards are coming in, especially with the moon card, you definitely knew that. You know, what I also pick up here in terms of this judgment card, you always knew your person judged and blamed you here. You knew your person saw you a certain way. This is just how it's coming in. You reacted, were quite, may have been resentful here, collective, judged you here in the past, and they may still very well be judging you at this time, collective, and it talks about your person still in a past cycle here. Okay, now you're coming in with the Queen of Wands, and so what this talks about here, collective, is you have to follow through. And I do seem to think, coming in with the Queen of Wands, you definitely take action here. Okay, but what it also talks about here, collective, is you're building something. That's what I'm getting. Some kind of business. It also talks about a legacy coming in with the Ace of Pentacles here. But it has to be done a certain way. That's what I keep getting here, collective. Okay? Now you're coming in with the Nine of Cups. And so what the Nine of Cups is talking about here in your reading is, well, I do seem to think here, collective, you were being seen as the Nine of Cups. You were being seen as a wish fulfillment here. Now, in terms of your person, what it can be talking about here in your reading, you're actually coming in with being responsible and accountable here. So your person has options, and it talks about here in your reading, this is something your person has to deal with here. Just want to make sure I touch on that, collective, here in your reading. It does come in as an ego here, collective. See, it's like your person, well, of course they had options here, collective, and it made your person feel a certain way. It's what it talks about here in your reading. And yeah, of course, it could be quite flattering to have people see you as a wish fulfillment here, collective, but what it also talks about here, collective, is that you triggered your person here. See, now they know what the Nine of Cups is all about. This is what it talks about. Now, just before I carry on, collective, I'd just like to say I offer counselling, mentorship, advice, programs, and tarot readings. If you're interested, details are in the description box below. I'm not just a tarot reader. Okay, Four of Pentacles, a collective, or what that talks about here in your reading, it's your happiness here. You do this by yourself here, collective. This is what it talks about. You build by yourself here. You have to be tight, tight-fisted, I say, tight-fisted with your money. It can't be spent on too much rubbish here, collective. Holding on to your new beginning is what it's talking about here in your reading. And your person knows that you're holding back from your person. Now you're coming in with the Sun card, and so what the Sun card is talking about here, collective, is you're definitely being illuminated to your person. Okay, now you're coming in with, so your person is going through a huge wake-up call is what it's talking about here in your reading. They're getting that intuitive nudge here, collective. All right, okay, and it's bringing in a tower moment for your person. All right, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Join us in the Facebook group, and I will catch you later. Bye.